Hey there, I'm back again. I'm keeping up momentum, you know. Like I said, I got things to do today, so I'm going to try to get all this out early. All right. So I told you that I was in the book of Numbers, and so, traipsing through it. And there's this, I'm on chapter 30, and this is the King James Version. And what we get is we get this. This is 30. 30 is a 3. So 30 is this idea. Usually when you're picking up God, all right, it's the 1 and 2 being drawn together, and you get the intervention, all right. But you also this if that side of you has been taken away, if they've come and taken away your brother, like earlier in this part of the chapter, they went and they killed other parts of your body. They killed this out of you because you're no longer worthy to to um, to come to the congregation. You just can't. You've been blocked from it. And here we are with this here. I'm going to show you how it works. Numbers chapter 30. It's and Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing that the Lord hath commanded. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall not do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. And number 3, this is where we would meet this female. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Lord, and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth. Now, let's go down just a little bit more. And her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she hath bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace on her, then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she hath bound her soul shall stand. That idea of stand is that this is going to stand. This is a vow. So what we're getting here is we're getting this idea of the wife, and this vow is the separation from God. And I know that that's what this is, because this is her husband who's in charge of whether or not her soul is given freedom or not. It's all up to him. He's the one. He can make her vow stick, which is, you have this grievous head wound, until he fixes that. It all comes from the father's side of this. All right. So this whole thing, it's only about 16 things long, but you would see that. Let's look at number 9. 9 would be a conscious number. 9 would be telling you, all right, what are you doing? What side of the scale are you on? But if every vow of a widow and of her that is divorced, wherewith they have bonded their souls, shall stand against her. Stand against her. A widow is someone's part of them have died. Okay. This is the whole idea of having the grievous head wound and having mother just thrown right out and taken in the lower, which would be the wife. So all of these are working along the lines of this vow that the Lord has asked between a man and his wife, or between his father and his daughter, being yet of their youth in her father's house. So while she is in the father's house, when she is in the father's house, this is the outside world. She has this vow that, This is that idea that you're never going to get saved. You're always going to be without God. You're only going. This is this ability to just make it over to the sixth chakra, because there isn't anything above that. She's gone. She made a vow to be less. She made a vow to be a sleep until he tells her that she can do it. And that's the way the story works for. That's the way the story works for. For who's that guy? Solomon. And he just never meets up with her. He just never gets connected to this other side, because he prefers the lilies of the field. So I'm going to tell you what that's called. That's called going after the low-hanging fruit, you know. So I don't go for that low-hanging fruit. Nope, go for the higher-hanging fruit. All right? We've had enough of this. The grapevine in me is going great. You know, what do you call that? You know, this idea, I'm bearing fruit. So when Jesus comes up and sees me, he doesn't have to smite me, you know. And you'll find that a little earlier in these stories, we'll just talk about that one a little bit later, all right? Because there's a talking horse or a donkey that we have to address, all right? Also, the book of Numbers, all right? I'll see you in a bit.